Youth Night Live. My name is Josh and I will be your host for tonight. Whether you are watching from YouTube or you are here in person, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to be a great one. I am actually on vacation this week, going up to Washington, hang out with some family. Got a super cute niece and nephew. Both have little kid birthday parties. Super exciting. But by the magic of technology, I am here with you guys tonight. So let's roll. Hey, one of the things that we love about Youth Night Live is just being able to hang out, connect about our weeks, whether that is in the comment section on YouTube or just in the room together. So we're going to start off with something called Would You Rather Emoji Edition Volume 2. That's right, we did this a while ago and we're bringing it back because it was so much fun. 5 minutes on the screen. We're going to show you a series of 2 emojis, 2 different things, and you have to decide really simply, would you rather? So if you are on YouTube, make sure you put that emoji into the chat, or if you are in person, just turn the person next to you and yell real loud. All right, let's go. And we are back. Once again, my name is Josh. Thank you for joining us, Youth Night Live. Hey, it is officially summer, and I hope that you guys have been able to enjoy the great Oregon summer, the weather, the outdoors, whether that's just around town or you've been on vacation somewhere out of town. You guys really need to get out of the house. We've been in there far too long. And if you spend one more day in the house, I'm afraid that you're going to look like this guy coming up in our YouTube clip of the week. This is for sure the best thing I saw on the internet this week. Take a look. It's game time, and tonight we have a super fun, simple game called Dope or Nope. This is really simple. We're going to throw something really weird up on the screen, and you need to decide if it's dope or nope. So if you're playing along on YouTube, you can go ahead and comment along, and if you're in person, just share it with the people next to you. All right, let's get started. Dope or nope? Here we go. Number 1, ice cream lock. Man, that seems like a super cruel prank or a really aggressive dieting strategy. Either way, I would definitely choose nope. I love Ben & Jerry's. If I found my ice cream locked up, whoo, I'd be angry. But let us know, dope or no. Next one, we have a door ping pong table. That's genius right there. It's a 2 birds, 1 stone. It's a door during the day, ping pong table at night. Actually, how does that work? Like, doors have hinges, right? So how does this work? I don't know. If anyone could build it, Josh Reddick could, but I'm not sure this is real. But let me know. Would you use this, dope or nope? Next one is metal detecting sandals. I could have used this on the beach last weekend. I could have found like 35 cents in change. But what do you think? Dope or nope? Metal detecting sandals. I don't know if I want to know what's beneath the sand. I don't. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. Okay, next one is light up slippers. Okay, for sure, I would use this one. Like 100%, I would use this. Totally dope. But what do you hear from you guys? What do you think? All right, next is an automatic ice cream spinner. Again, I think this is totally dope. Maybe you think that is super lazy because it takes like a quarter turn of your wrist. But why work hard when you can buy something that'll work hard for you? Automatic ice cream spinner. What do you think? Dope or nope? Next one, sleeping bag with arms and legs. Ooh, I don't know about this one. What do you guys think? Dope or nope? I could see either feels like you're just sleeping with baggy clothes on, or maybe it's like more comfortable. This one's a toss-up for me. I really don't know. I want to hear from you guys. Okay, next one is hair guard for eating. Who would wear this? Maybe you would. I would have long hair, so I don't need this. Ladies or dudes with longer hair, let me know, dope or nope. Would you actually wear this with people around you in a restaurant? Oh, man, the things they make. Okay, next one. Map for back scratching. Oh, 100% this. Absolutely, I would wear. Actually, how would you know exactly what quadrant you need scratched? Like, this is a little too detailed, I think. Oh, I'm not sure. I want to say dope, but to me, it seems a little bit confusing if you're trying to scratch like H9. I don't know. Would you wear one of these? It could be helpful. Next, we have an armor for a guinea pig. What is this? Oh my gosh. Well, one, I would have a guinea pig. So obviously I think you need, I don't know if the guinea pig comes with the armor or not, but that is pretty dope. I'm sorry. That's 100% dope. If you have a guinea pig, you have to buy this because that is just dope. There is no other explanation. If you say nope, you are absolutely wrong. So, all right. Hey, thanks for playing Dope or Nope. This has been Game Time. Let's move on to what's next. All right, it is time for the announcements. First, make sure that you are following us on Instagram so you stay up to date about all the great stuff that we have coming up. And you subscribe and like all our videos on YouTube, especially if you are watching right now. Just click the button. All right, hey, whether you're in middle school or high school, there are two incredible summer events coming up. We have Camp Kajabi and one-day summer camps. I want to tell you a little bit about Camp Kajabi. This is a virtual summer camp experience from our good friends at Hume Lake. This is some of the best parts about going to Hume right here at church, where you have great speakers, worship, rec challenges, small groups, food, all together with some of the best speakers that Hume has. One of the best parts about Hume Lake is their incredible theme videos. They put together a special theme just for this event called Camp Kajabi. Here is the teaser video. Check it out.
In a world where camp is everything.
Welcome, 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 welcome to Camp Kajabi.
Meet Johnny, the new Newt in the troop, who's got a lot to learn about the troops and the Scoutmaster.
But how can a handbook change my life?
Along the way, he will make new friends and new foes.
Sup, losers?
Together, with the help of the Scoutmaster and his handbook,
And his handbook?
the troops will compete in the Great Race
You mean the Great Mountain Trek?
and discover their role in the Scoutmaster's troop.
All right, so don't miss Camp Kajabi. We have 2 weekends, one for middle schoolers, one for high schoolers. This is going to be an awesome time together. And high schoolers, this is happening next weekend. This coming Friday through Sunday is absolutely free, but you do have to sign up. So get online, gcfweb.org/camp, and get signed up. On that note, we will not have Youth Night Live next Sunday because we'll have Camp Kajabi for high school students. The next summer event that you need to know about is our one-day summer camps. Again, we have one of these for middle school, one of these for high, and this is all of the fun of summer camp packed into one day at a real summer camp with tons of outdoor activities and events. This is only $25, and again, you have to sign up at gcfweb.org/camp. If you have any questions about either of these, talk to a leader, talk to Gretchen or myself, and we will get you hooked up. Would love to see you guys at one or both of these events. It is going to be a great summer in the tribe and at the Annex. Hey, here at Youth Night Live, we are currently in a series called Love, Hate. We've been looking at love, hate, and the power of our words and actions in others' lives. Last time we were together, our good friend Nate talked about how love should be what we are all about. As followers of Jesus, love should be what characterizes our words and actions to others. But what does that actually look like? Tonight, we're going to be drilling a little bit deeper into actually talking about and finding out how we can use love as a filter in deciding when to talk to others and when not to. So we have a great message for you guys tonight. I will be back afterwards with the after show, and then a little later on we will be going to small groups, either in person or online, and chatting together about love and about hate. All right, check out the message for tonight.
Have you ever felt thankful towards one of your friends when they said something awkward to you? Like when one of your friends said something that feels awkward at the time, but they said it because they were looking out for you. Like, yo, you have food in your teeth, man. Or, hey, boss, your fly's down. Or, hey, you have ketchup on your forehead. I'm not sure, but I'm just looking out for you. Or, yo, the person you like is like right behind you, so just don't do anything stupid. I have this favorite pair of Adidas that are pure white, like white as snow, and oh my word, they look so good. I wear them everywhere. I wear them to Target, to church, when I walk my dog. I wear them even on rainy days, which is super smart, right? Now, see, I learned the hard way one day when I came inside from the rain. I was feeling pretty good, taking those, yo, check out this ice on my feet kind of strides. But then a friend stopped me and he said, hey, Caleb, you stepped in a puddle back there and your shoes are like, they're covered in mud. I looked down and sure enough, my pure white Adidas were a mess. I probably spent 10 minutes in the bathroom just trying to clean them up. It was a little embarrassing, but I would have been a mess if my friend hadn't said something to me. And I'm sure I don't have to guess on this one. We've all felt this way. No one likes discovering they have food on their shirt or toilet paper stuck on their shoe or spending forever cleaning up their shoes. But when someone cares enough about us to look out for us and save us from future embarrassment, we're left feeling so grateful. Now, let's think about this from the other side for just a second. Have you ever felt like you should really say something to someone else, but you weren't sure how to go about saying it? I mean, think about it. Telling your friend they have food on their face is one thing, but talking to a friend about a relationship you don't think is good for them, or decisions they've made lately that aren't great, is a totally different scenario. Maybe you've been in one of these situations before. Your brother or sister started hanging out with people who are convincing them to do things that you know aren't right, but what are you supposed to say? Someone in your small group acts totally different in group than they do at school, but you don't know how or when to bring that up to them. Your friend is making decisions their parents would not be okay with. Is it your place to say something about it? We all know what these situations are like, and each situation seems to become increasingly more difficult. This is why we avoid having these conversations. But there's more to it than that. Maybe we don't want to ruin a friendship or make someone mad. Maybe we're doing or have done the same things as someone else. So who are we to say anything? Maybe we don't think the other person will listen. Or maybe you have the exact opposite problem. You have no problem telling people exactly how you see it. If you've ever wrestled with any of these reasons, the good news is you're not alone. I mean, we've all been there. We all know what it feels like to know we need to say something, but at the same time, we're also unsure of what to say and how to say it. What if we could learn a way to approach difficult conversations without hurting our own reputations? What if there is a way to be helpful and kind? What if there is a way to have difficult conversations that end up leading to something good? Here's the thing, no one wants to be known as the hater or the self-righteous friend who just talks about everything everyone else does wrong. Instead, we want our reputation to stand out for the right reasons in how we love and treat other people. So when it comes to being a friend who looks out for others, how do we make sure we handle this in the right way? In our last talk, we talked about how Paul said that as followers of Jesus, we're supposed to be known by our love for others. Now, even if you don't consider yourself a Christian, chances are this is an idea you could get behind. Who wouldn't want a reputation people would describe as loving? No matter how tough we want to appear or how trendy hating things is, we all know it's better to be known for loving others. So if love is the goal, then how are we supposed to approach those difficult and awkward conversations? Maybe we should just avoid them? I mean, this seems to be the way culture behaves. We're all just supposed to be okay with everyone else's choices because it's their life. And who are we to judge, right? But deep down, we know that isn't always the case, especially for people close to us. Then what do we do? Paul actually talked about this very thing. In a letter to a church in a region called Galatia, where modern-day Turkey is now, Paul gave insight on this topic. Dear brothers and sisters, if another believer is overcome by some sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. And be careful not to fall into the same temptation yourself. According to this, Paul is saying if the Galatians have any friends who share the same values but slip up and do something that isn't best, something that is sin, their responsibility is to help that person get back on the right track. In other words, he's saying that you and I should actually go further than just saying something in a conversation. We should help someone get back to the best place they can be, on track with what God says is best. Now, there's a lot Paul isn't saying as well. He isn't saying that you're personally responsible for making sure your friends make wise choices. And he isn't saying you should put yourself in a position that sets you up for failure when you're trying to help your friends. Wisdom in these conversations and situations is a must. And it's something that talking with your small group or small group leader can help you with. The point is, according to Paul, with humility and gentleness, you and I can help people who are struggling with making poor decisions get back on the right path. Paul continues, share each other's burdens, and in this way, obey the law of Christ. So how do we help people get back on track? By sharing each other's burdens. Think about it this way. In the world of fitness training, there's a person known as a spotter. A spotter is there for when the weight gets too heavy and the person doing the lifting is no longer able to lift the weight on their own. And when this happens, the spotter carries the weight too. They share the burden of the weight with the person that's doing the lifting. And guys, that is what we're supposed to do to help people get back on the right path. Paul cared deeply about the people of Galatia, which is why he wrote what he did. He knew that the most loving thing to do isn't always the easy thing to do, but we owe it to each other to speak up, because the truth is, we need each other. And not just to point out where others may have gotten off track, but to come alongside them and help them carry the burden of getting back to the place they should be. In other words, Jesus' followers do more than just speak up and point out what's wrong. We make ourselves available to be the spotters in the lives of others. to help make right where things have gone wrong. We don't just point fingers, we share burdens and help carry them. Now, again, some of us are like, yo, I'm not afraid to speak up. I don't care what people think. And for those of us who feel that way, Paul snuck in 2 words that would be helpful to keep in mind when it comes to having these conversations. He said we should be gentle and humble, meaning how we say something is just as important as what we say. The loving act is not to sound judgmental, arrogant, or self-righteous. Being kind, helpful, and encouraging shows them that we want to help them out of love. Hard conversations are not easy. That's why we call them hard. But avoiding a hard conversation isn't loving. And enjoying a hard conversation by making someone look bad or feel terrible over what they've done, that's not loving either. In fact, the conversation, that's not really the point at all. The point is learning to ask this question: am I showing love in how I'm treating this person? Love pushes us to talk about difficult things. And love also pushes us to talk about the difficult things in a kind and compassionate way. Because that's what love does. It shares the burden by caring about the person who is carrying it and not about ourselves. So, what is this supposed to look like? How can you begin to put this into practice this week? Some of you might be thinking about a friend you need to have a conversation with. They might be sitting next to you, or you might see them later this week. What should you do? Well, if you're going to choose to be known for your love for others, then when it comes to what you say and how you help others, let love be your filter. You won't be known for love if the way you handle hard conversations and treat others is not loving. So when it comes to helping friends who are headed in unhealthy directions, you can become known for love by filtering your words and actions through love. When we help someone make a different choice than they've been making, we do it even if it makes us feel totally awkward in the moment. When we encourage someone else to change his or her behavior, we need to do it in a loving way and not a judgmental way. When we see someone take a step in the right direction, encourage them and celebrate them. Why? Because we love them. And that's what love does. So, what exactly should a filter of love be applied to? Here are a few ideas. Let love be the filter for your involvement. When you aren't sure if you should get involved in a friend's situation, ask yourself, what's the most loving thing I can do? Use this question as a filter for your next step. This provides a gut check for your motives and reminds you that they should be rooted in love. If the loving thing to do is to get involved to help someone get back on the right path, then you'll know to take a next step. This can be tricky to figure out, so don't hesitate to involve your small group leader or parents or another trusted adult in figuring this out. Once you're sure the most loving thing to do is to get involved, you need to let love be the filter for your words. Ask yourself, how would I want someone to speak to me? And what would I want him or her to say? When you filter your words through love, you'll stop and make sure you're not just throwing shade. This isn't about you and making you look good. Instead, you'll be letting them know you're there to carry their burdens with them. Your words can spark hope or they can cast judgment. But if you filter them through love, they'll be words that can help get someone else's life back on track. Once you have a word filter in place, it's time to take the next step and let love be the filter for your actions and reactions. If you have friends that are having a hard time keeping their lives headed in the right direction, chances are they won't just need your words. They're gonna need your help. You have to choose to filter your actions through love just like you do your words. Ask yourself, how would I want someone to live out their love if I were in this situation? Would you want them to keep their phone close in case you got in a tempting situation? Would you want them to pick you up if you ended up at that unhealthy party? If you were in a situation where you needed more help than they could give, would you want them to tell an adult or professional? Would you want them to say the hard thing and then follow those words up with accountability and continuous follow-up conversations to help you stay on track? No matter what the situation is, if you filter your actions through love, you'll wind up being known for the way you love others, and you'll live out Paul's call to help share the burden of other people. When we let love be our filter, we wind up sharing the burdens of those we love. Does this sound like the type of loving person you're trying to be? We can become known for love when we let love be our filter for helping those who are heading in unhealthy directions. We can be the people we hope to have in our own lives for those around us. Imagine how our schools, friendships, and families would be different if there were more people filtering their involvement, words, and actions through love. We would say hard things to one another, not out of judgment or hate, but out of love. We would help keep each other from regrets, mistakes, unnecessary heartbreaks, or negative consequences. I mean, who knows? A filter of love might just change the direction of someone else's life for the better forever. Let's be the people who let love be our filter so that we can help those we love stay headed in the best direction for their lives.
Welcome to the after show. This is the time in our night where we chat a little bit about the message before we head off to small groups. And we heard a great message tonight about letting love be our filter. Because here's the thing, there are times in life where we do need to speak up. And there are times in life where we do not need to speak up. And the only way to know sometimes is by letting love be the filter to our words to others. So, 2 questions for us to talk about tonight, whether you are on YouTube and the chat section or you're here in person and you're going to talk to the people around you. First question coming at you. We all know that there are times where we absolutely need a friend to tell us the truth, right? The 2 things I'm thinking of 100% that we would all want our friends to let us know is if we have something stuck in our teeth or if we have toilet paper stuck to the bottom of our shoes. So I want you to decide between those 2 things, which one would you be more upset that your friend didn't tell you, if you had something stuck in your teeth or if you had toilet paper on your shoe. Let's chat about it. We're back. Well, hey, it's easy to chat about some of the maybe funny things that we wish our friends would tell us truthfully, but here's the truth as well. There are some difficult ways that we need others to speak to us in love about. So, here is a challenging question for you guys as we are heading to small groups. I want you to think about this. In one word, what is something that you need your friends, those around you, even your small group leader, trusted friends and adults, to speak to you about in truth and love? And I'll go first. To me, it's jokes. I love to be funny. I love to make people laugh. I love telling jokes. But there are definitely times where I need someone to say, like, Josh, like too far, too much. And honestly, I do. So, in one word, be honest, be real. What is something that you need others to help you out with in truth and love? Let's talk. Thank you so much for joining us for Youth Night Live this week. We have one more message in our love-hate series. We are off next week because it is the high school week of Camp Kajabi. So Youth Night Live will be back in 2 weeks. I'm going to dismiss you guys now to small groups, whether those are in person or online. If you have any questions, ask the leader in the room or ask one of our online moderators, and have a great week. Love you guys and see you later.